seniors and senioritas. It is 4:56 p.m. It is 8:22:25. I am in El Campo, Texas. In case some of you didn't know, I was called up on a hot load, and that was Monday. Or was it Tuesday? Tuesday. It's called up Tuesday, and you know what? I can't remember. Let me look real quick. I don't want to be lying. Let me look at when it was. Says I was in Sweetwater, did a hook on the 20th. 20th was Wednesday. Okay, so that's correctamundo. So I was called up on Tuesday and got to the yard, and well, that's right. I was called up on Tuesday, and Tuesday night I arrived at the yard, and I left out at like Wednesday morning and boogied on through Choo-Choo and down through Birmingham and over in Bessemer. I got some sleep, and so anyway, it was supposed to be a hot load, and so I grabbed it and boogied, and I called them up yesterday morning. I asked them if they needed it there today. That was yesterday, Thursday. And asked them if they needed it there today, that I would have it there, or if it would be okay to deliver it Friday when their doors open. And they said, well, it's 9 to 5. I said, okay. So that means 9 a.m. Is that good with y'all? Oh, yeah, perfect. I said, well, good. I'll see you 9 a.m. sharp. And so when I drove up to the gate this morning, he wasn't there, and I missed it. So I kept on and went around the block, and I guess he saw me. Because when I went around the block, and this time when I arrived to his driveway, he was waving me, come on, and he said, I come up to him, he said, I want you to back in. So I pulled out in the street and then, kind of jackknifed it back in there and got it unloaded, and all was swell. And anyway, so there was when I left a message that said that I would deliver it on Monday, I guess. And anyway, so that had a lot of people up in arms, and I said, no, I wasn't going to deliver it on Monday. Got a choo-choo. So Finance called and said, hey, just checking, see how things are going. I said, I got a 9 a.m. appointment tomorrow morning. He goes, that's all I need to know. I said, all right, see ya. Later. Bye. Anyway, so this morning when I was making delivery, they're Mexicans, Chicanos. They were talking to me. I said, when did the guy get here yesterday? And he said, oh, big guy. I said, yeah, it's James. He said, yeah, James. He said, oh, yeah, he got here about 11:30. And we told him, said you left a message that he would deliver on Monday. He goes, oh, he won't be around here no more. I don't know, James, I guess James is wearing big boy pants. I guess he calls the shots now, but anyway. Anywho, so I made my delivery yesterday, so nobody has to worry about anything. But if anybody wants to fire, that's okay too. I don't believe I've ever been fired. Let's see. I can't recall ever being fired from a job. Anyway, well, I can't recall ever being fired from a job. But if somebody wants to fire me because I delivered on Thursday or made the comment that I was going to deliver on Monday or whatever, then whatever. Nobody's going to fire me. I think James is just wearing big boy pants. The pants he don't belong to him. He is a big boy too, so. Anyway, Ruthie wanted me to tell y'all about the incident where I was coming down through Mississippi and they had construction. So you know how in construction they had it down to one lane and they had pylons on both sides and then an on-ramp would come up to the lane. That, you know, it's up to them to merge. Generally, you would stop there at the end, especially if there's traffic coming. So I got like 3 trucks behind me and maybe 5 or 6 cars behind me, and they're dogging me. You know, they're because I ain't no hurries, right? So they're dogging me. Go, 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 kid, go, go, we gotta go, kind of thingy. So, you know, they're all bumper to bumper, like trying to push me down the road. But anyway, so this truck comes up and I'm watching it and I'm thinking, don't do it, don't do it. Sure enough, I mean, not more than a truck and a half in front of me just pulls dead right out in front of me, going maybe 10 miles an hour. We're doing 65, you know, something like that through there. 55, 65, something like that. So I get on the binders. I look in the mirror and I see smoke roaring up everywhere from the semis behind me. Probably a little bit from my trailer too. And so anyway, so there's a whole lot of cussing going on the CB radio. I see, yeah, it's got to be one of those foreign borns, you know, CDL holders that shouldn't be having CDLs. So anyway, get back out on the road there, and I get up to the window, and I said, let's. I bet you it's a foreigner. I bet you. And I get up next to the window and I look. There's this little big woman with her head barely over the top of the side of the door there, with glasses a 1/4 inch thick. They're dirty, that you can't hardly even see her eyeballs. No teeth at all. Jaw all sucked up underneath her nose. Looking over at me, and I'm like, if I could just reach over through my window and it had I can't remember his name, Inspector Gadget arm, reach through my window and grab you by your neck. I would shake your head really hard to see if your brain would work a little bit. Golly. Anyway, I don't know what that kind of look would look like, but man, I tell you, these people, man, I'll tell you what. I don't think I have to worry about kidney disease killing me. It's going to be somebody like that. So Ruthie wanted me to tell you all about that. And I don't know how I burned up 9 minutes and 53 seconds. I ain't even said nothing yet. I'm just getting started. So anyway. anyway, so I got my load taken care of, and I'm on my way back. And because it's 5 o'clock and I'm coming into Houston, I pulled in here. Y'all, my refrigerator is bone dry. Let me show you. Yes, I got the phone in my hand, but I'm not. Don't y'all worry about it. Those I got like maybe those grapes are no good. I ain't throw those in the garbage. There's nothing in there. But I have my kidney cleansing things here, the apple cider and the lemon. That's it. Oh, and there's an apple. And let me tell you the other night what happened. So, first off, I'm letting it be empty on purpose because I'm going to fast until I get back to the yard. It smells like there's vinegar leaking in there. I don't see any vinegar. Huh. Anyway, I'm on a fast until I get back to the yard. So when I get back to the yard, I'll go to Walmart and get some groceries. So get some body cleansing going on. Anyway, oh, the apple. So so the other night I grabbed an apple out of the refrigerator and it was dark, you know, and I cleaned it real good and I pulled the sticker off, and I was you know, as best as I could as driving down the road, and I'm eating it and I'm wondering why it feels like there's sawdust on my lips. Why do I have sawdust or whatever it is I'm feeling on my lips? And I was like, man, I wiped the apple off and took another bite. Same thing, like real gritty stuff on my lip. So I'm like, what the heck? So I flipped on the light and I looked and it was dark in the middle of the apple, and I was like, oh man, don't tell me there's something wrong with there. What? Oh man. So I flipped on the other light, and I don't know what was going on inside this apple, but it looked like something had made some kind of a nest inside of the middle of the apple. And I'm thinking, no, I ate probably half that freaking apple. Rolled down the window and chucked it. So anyway, so I was thinking I was gonna be sick. I never did get sick, so whatever it was must have been good. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty freaky, I can tell you that. That's something else Ruthie B wanted me to tell you. So I have to tell you that some of y'all have warned us not to talk about AJ and him being in the boys' camp where he's at, because I don't know what you call them, CPS, whatever you call those people. See, I call them CPS because where I come from, they're called Child Protection Agency. They're called something else out here, butt wipes or something like that. But anyway, they have the assessment in, and in the assessment it has all the videos where we talked about AJ being in foster care and so on is in our videos. Like their assessment that they made of us is it's a total script, a backward script, flipped. So it's who we aren't is what it is. So all what they turned out to be, these people, it's called cats. What it turns out to be is assassination, character assassination is what it is. And they think that I'm supposed to go in there and go crying and begging to them and pleading and go to get better therapy. Oh, because they got all the things on in there that will cure me of all my ailments that they found. So supposedly I'm a horrible abuser, that I abuse my wife and I abuse my son, and I'm teaching my son how to be deviant and be disrespectful to his mom, and it just goes on and on. And they want me to go to this class, that class. They want me to go because 40 years ago I did drugs and alcohol. That I should be randomly taking drug tests. Like, I don't do that already, but anyway, just a bunch of Mickey Mouse crap. These people. I mean, they're the lowest lives on the planet. When you take decent human beings and lie, just make freaking lies and make that what you're going to serve to the court. So the court is going to read this, and this is what the court's supposed to get their view of you, and it's all freaking lies. To me, that is the lowest freaking creature on earth that will do that. And supposedly it's more than just one creature, because it's called cats, and it's supposed to be a team of people. So anyway, so that being said, we got a court hearing on next month, and with that being said, I'm not complying with it, so and kiss my butt. They want to keep AJ in there because, but see, if I comply with it, what I'm going to do is say all these lies is true, and they're not true, and so it'd be the same thing as any lie. You know, the Bible says not to get the 666 stamped on the back of your hand, because if you do, you're not supposed to be lying. And I'm not going to go in there and say, hey, yeah, what they wrote about me is true. Yeah, I need to go to a husband abuse class, and I need to go to a butt wipe class, and I need to go to kiss your ass class. Excuse me, Father, for my language. It's just getting a little bit bent. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Please forgive me for using foul language. I should know better than that. But anyway, so that's not good, and so anywho, on the other note, so anyway, I guess I probably shouldn't have said anything on this video, because that'll probably be presented to the court too as evidence that I'm just I'm low dirt on the earth. And so anyway, I just can't believe people are like that, I can't believe, because that's, when you think about it, they're just paid for character assassination. That's all that is. The court paid them to do an assessment on us, spent 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening, so that's 8 hours that they spent, and then had a team, and it was nothing more but freaking lies. And then after they made all their lies, then they had all the cures. And then they said, if you don't do our cures, then we're going to recommend that they take your child and put him in foster care, blah, blah, blah. So, I know Richie's going to be bent out of shape when she sees this video, because she told me not to make it, but I couldn't help it. Y'all have been following along this whole time. I thought maybe you should know what we're dealing with. Oh, and my refrigerator is empty because I'm going to be fasting for a couple days because I need to cleanse. My kidneys are so unbalanced that my sweat is having a chemical reaction with my deodorant, and I got blisters on my armpits. That's why I'm wearing long sleeves. Keep the skin off the skin, skin to skin. And somebody made a comment, teasing, I guess, and said that smelly belly rumbles. I really like that comment, by the way. It makes me laugh every time I say it. Smelly belly rumbles. Well, that's me. I'm smelly belly rumbles today. Smell and run away. So anyway, so Ruthie's very uptight, upset, and about all this. But we have the Lord Jesus Christ, and He is number one in our lives, and so I can tell you this, that when you walk into that courtroom, it's like walking into a very cold, dark, chilly place. The spirits are in there, or cold and chilly, and there is no warmth whatsoever from the humans that are in that courtroom. None. And what does that tell you? We're dealing with a lot of evil people is what we're dealing with, and they're using the law to get their way, so this is what you get when you reach out. We reached out to them. I didn't do it, but Ruthie reached out to them for help, and in return, all they've done is characterly assassinated us through the whole thing. And that's another thing that they wrote in the report. They said that AJ was the only mature one out of us. Between my wife and I and AJ was the only mature one in the group. Just total character assassination. Anyway, so that's next month on the 16th. And that's the kind of stuff we got to deal with. And anyway, so, but I'll take one Tam's notes. Life is good. It is, really. I mean, we have our health. I'm trying to keep my health by eating right. I'm going on my 3 weeks of ketosis, and I'm feeling a lot better. All the pain has gone away except for in this one hand. Got a little bit of cramps, but hey, that's 63. That's not bad. And I don't look bad. I don't feel bad. I'm feeling better. But I sure am tempted, man. I was just down in Laredo, and Mexican food is my favorite food in all the world. I grew up with Mexicans. I did. And the school I went to in Greenfield and Salinas, California, was like 80% Mexican. And I grew up, and my stepmother was Spanish, and so I love that food, man. I just love it. So much so I even cook. I cook a lot just like them, except for I'd kind of change little things that I didn't like. But yeah, I love Mexican food. And when I was down there in Laredo, I know some Mexican joints that I've eaten at for the last 30-something years. And man, I love to eat down there, man, because it's authentic. It was very, very tempting. Very, very, very tempting. But I could eat, let's say if I went to a restaurant, I could eat lots of dishes without eating carbs or sugar. You can have, just like I had, you can have a tea with no sugar in it. And that's okay. You can have that. And I could have the meat and have the onions and all that stuff, as long as I didn't eat any tortillas or rice or any kind of carbs. So, but I didn't. Even when I was unloading this morning, this lady come in there. Hey, you want a breakfast burrito? I said, no. Yeah, I do, but I don't. So, you know, I gotta get my kidneys back to shape. So, you know, I have to take care of my wife and son. I have to provide for my family, and I can't do it if I'm not healthy. And so, I got to stay healthy, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about staying healthy. If you want to do what comes your way, then you need to be healthy enough to do it. So, anyway, I'm pleased. You know, they can't. Ruthie and I instilled the Lord Jesus Christ in AJ, even though he is rebelling right now against the Lord. That what we've instilled, especially Ruthie. Ruthie's really pumped the word of the Holy Bible into AJ over the years, and he even knows Bible verses more than I do, and so. Maybe he'll be like the prodigal son, and if they do end up taking it and keeping him longer than they have a right to, they're just doing it because of the evil that lives in their hearts. AJ's got the word, and he knows his parents love him, and he knows his parents have never mistreated him. He knows his parents are good people, and maybe he'll cling to the Lord, and maybe so. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've been rambling on for quite some time, and I'm watching the Highway US 59 over here, which is what I'm going to be taking. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll move on through Houston once the traffic slows down, get on back to the yard, and look at how the clear coat plastic on the hood there is crinkling up. I was thinking about just, because when it gets hot, you could move it around. I was thinking about just pulling it off. But as long as it doesn't bother y'all, it won't bother me. Anyway, I'll get on back to the yard once I get out of here tonight. So y'all have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun wherever you are. Don't forget to ring that bell. Ring-a-ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. God bless.